Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of It's Me, Shri, where I show you how to grow your own food and get the most out of your garden space. Today, we are turning kitchen scraps into things that we can eat. So, this is going to be a quick one. Stick around. If you like the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. But today, we are focusing on ginger and potatoes. If you're anything like me, chances are at one point your potatoes have turned into something like this. And if you have a lot of ginger in the house, they may have started to do something like this. So if you have anything that looks like that on your kitchen counter, go ahead, bring them outside, get yourself a grow bag, a pot, anything, some soil, and it's going to be super easy to turn these things into things you can finally eat. Let's go ahead and get started. Potatoes are probably the easiest. Once they start to have little plants starting to grow, you can see just like this, you can plant them. This one's really old and wrinkly too, if you can see. So we're going to get them in the ground as soon as possible. Each of these can technically turn into its own plant. So if you really wanted to cut it like this to get multiple, you can, but there's really no need. I have a really big grow bag with me right here. And all I did was pot my tomatoes a little bit into the soil, just like this. Cover it up. I'm going to give it a good water, and your potato plants are going to start to grow. This is literally how easy it is to get more potatoes from the ones that are giving you no purpose on your kitchen counter. So I'm going to go ahead, plant these just like that. Give it a good water, and I'm good to go. So the way that potatoes work, give it a good planting. You're going to get some really bright, beautiful foliage, and then it's going to start to die. And you're going to wonder, oh my gosh, did I do something wrong? My potatoes aren't growing. That's actually a good sign. So once your foliage starts to die off, that means that your potatoes are going to be ready to harvest soon. Potatoes like good, mild weather, not super hot. You want that foliage to be nice and green. So I park them in half sun, half shade. They do really well all year round. There's a reason why potatoes were one of the easiest things to grow, right? And this is it. The other thing to note is the more potatoes, you can do something called hilling up. And that essentially means that as your plants start to grow, you're going to add a little bit more soil into your container or your grow bag to cover up the stems. So eventually, there will be soil filling up this entire grow bag over here. And what that does is essentially increase your chance of potatoes growing all the way deep down into your grow bag versus just a single layer of them. That's potatoes. Get that out of the way. We're done with that now. Moving on to ginger. Ginger takes a really long time to grow. So I had actually just gotten these from the store, and I left them on the shelf for too long, and they all started to grow little nodes, which tells me that they are good for planting. So all I'm going to do is plant my ginger. Here we are. Again, just up like this. Those nodes are going to start to grow up. Ginger likes cool weather. They like a lot of water, humidity. So I'm going to keep these primarily in the shade. And the growing time for ginger is really long. So ideally for my zone, I'm in zone 9B, I planted these in December, and it's May, June. So I'm definitely behind. But that doesn't mean they're not going to grow. And so I'm getting these in the ground now with an expectation to harvest in at least another 6 to 7 months. So that's it. The ginger is in. I'm going to give it a good water, make sure the soil is constantly wet for my ginger. And then same for my potatoes. And hopefully for the potatoes in about another 90 days or so, those plants have died off and I'm ready to harvest some. So that's it for today. Turning kitchen scraps into things that you can eat. It's much better than having them just go bad on your kitchen counter. I'm really excited to see how these turns out. So come back in a few months. I'll do a little ginger update. We should have potatoes to harvest together. And that's that. So thank you for coming to a really quick episode of It's Me, Shri. Thank you for joining. If you like the content, like the garden tips, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.